Like, all my enemies all look the same in the eyes, whether it's Faison, Wanda, Aries, Spears, they all look like...
Man, what you got against Wanda sight?
But this lady is trying to embarrass me in front of a largely homosexual fan base. That's why she got canceled. Gay people don't take it kindly that you would, as a derogatory, call me gay. This is a person pulling a whole gun on a comedian in the confines of their job.
Katt Williams is one of the most controversial celebrities who has always tried to lock horns with other entertainers over the years. He doesn't care if his victim is a fellow comedian. During one of his highly publicized appearances on Shannon Sharpe's podcast, Club Shay Shay, Williams dug up his feud with Wanda Smith. And that brought us to the infamous incident in 2018. What did Williams say that made Wanda's response so mad as Katt claimed? Let's get into it. The latest interview on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast is one of the most explosive. Katt Williams spoke for nearly 3 hours, which means there was so much he had to reveal. In the interview, Williams came for so many big names that will surely keep our attention on social media. However, he also let the chopper spray on a lesser-known name, former V103 Atlanta radio host Wanda Smith, who had her explosive interview with Williams during a 2018 episode of Frank and Wanda in the Morning. When asked about the 2018 incident, Williams told Sharpe that he was promised before going on the show that "We won't talk about your kids, we won't talk about jail, no cases, we ain't gonna talk about none of that." Well, it is safe to say that things didn't go as planned, and the interview produced V103's highest viewed clip by a wide margin.
She has a conversation about, okay, now, I just want to talk to you because you just won an Emmy for the city of Atlanta, and this is in Atlanta, and they just want to hear about the Emmy and hear from you and to thank you for what you did putting the city on.
Right. Okay.
And we won't talk about your kids. We won't talk about jail, no cases. We ain't going to talk about none of that.
Right.
And immediately gets in there and goes the opposite.
Williams recalled that his appearance was initially meant to be a celebration of his Emmy win for his role in Donald Glover's Atlanta series. "You can't flip up on me because you're an inferior comedian. I'm going to destroy you and I'm never going to call you out of your name," he said. Katt Williams appeared on Wanda Smith's morning radio show, which she co-hosted alongside Frank Ski and Joe Miss Sophia McIntosh. Williams appeared on the show with fellow comedian Red Grant, who was set to perform a few comedy shows in the Atlanta area that upcoming weekend. The Club Shay Shay interview would have already been noteworthy because of shots Williams took at Jared Carmichael, Lil Rel, Kevin Hart, and Hannibal Buress. He even had an extended clip for Tiffany Haddish, who was still very popular in 2018 thanks to her star-making turn in 2017's Girls Trip. "She has been doing comedy since she was 16, he said. "You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke." But he didn't fail to dig up what transpired with Smith. It all started when Smith asked a convoluted question about whether Williams cooked for his kids, and then pressed him on what they liked him to make for them.
Nice broccoli. They like my broccoli, and they love my baked chicken.
Hey, right now, look up your phone and see what it takes to make broccoli, and tell me he doesn't say heat up.
Things between Williams and Smith started going south at the 13-minute mark when he faulted her interview style. Shortly after, Smith made the fatal flaw of claiming Williams has a played-out perm. The segment was almost finished when civility left the room and viral history was made. "My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm," Williams told her. "Come run one of your gnarled fingers through it." Things only got messy from here on out. Williams told Smith to remove her headphones and wig, to which she told him to take off them old-ass clothes you got on. Williams responded by opening his jacket to show that he was wearing a piece from what he claimed was an as-yet-released Versace collection. He clapped at her saying, "Shout out to Forever 21 necklace collection," as Ski failed miserably at stifling his laughter to cut to the commercial to save his co-host. "Only one of us has $12 worth of jewelry on," Williams continued. "If you want to have Wanda's jewelry, please go to Citgo or Quick Trip. If you buy 2 packs of Newport 100 ES, they will give you everything Wanda has on right now for $7.99, and it comes with a free car wash." Katt Williams then continued to unleash a barrage of weight jokes on Smith. "If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't calm me down." He responded to Smith calling him Lil Mama with, "You probably shouldn't talk about sizes. You're big on the radio."
Yes, ma'am. You good at heating stuff up.
You're good at telling us about what's going on in jail.
Yes, ma'am, and getting out to tell.
He later went on to shut down her suggestion that he spent time in prison by reminding her that he has 19 felonies, no convictions. It's a very thin line, but this lady is trying to embarrass me in front of a largely homosexual fan base. That's why she got cancelled, Williams told Sharpe. "Gay people don't take it kindly that you would, as a derogatory term, call me gay. Gay people don't feel like it's derogatory. I didn't even know any of the stuff that she had done to my fellow comedians until afterward. I just know that it was a setup."
You let a terrorist accidentally touch over here. And I won't stop burning you down until there ain't nothing left. It'll literally be rubble.
Months after the segment, one of the most recognizable voices on morning radio in Atlanta was abruptly muted. Smith was fired from V103 Atlanta. The reason was never confirmed publicly, but many speculate it had to do with Smith's Lil Mama comments and her attempts to emasculate Williams on the radio in a city well known for its gay population. Miss Sophia was also fired from the popular morning radio show. Both personalities were long-standing co-hosts with Frank Ski with large, loyal followings. Smith had been with the station for more than 2 decades and co-hosted the show with Ryan Cameron until he left. Sophia enjoyed nearly 5 years in the game at V103. The weekend after the segment, Smith Sode responded with Smith's husband, Lamorris Sellers, allegedly confronting and chasing Williams into a Home Depot. Williams told police Sellers also pointed a gun at him. In a video, Williams and his companion were seen dashing from the scene and running for their lives in a nearby supermarket, leading many to believe that Sellers did have a gun on him. The Gwinnett County Police Department in suburban Atlanta was called to the scene and conducted an investigation. But Williams, who called the police, later refused to cooperate with the investigators, and the probe quickly fizzled. Williams didn't file charges, but Sellers insisted the gun dropped from his waistband and that Williams was the aggressor and that he had to protect his wife. He said in an exclusive interview with the Atlanta Journal-Constitution that he did not point a gun at the Emmy-winning comedian. But he readily admitted he chased after Williams into the neighboring Food Depot supermarket because he felt Williams was verbally assaulting his wife for no good reason. He said he saw Williams make a beeline towards Smith outside the club. Sellers said Williams then puffed a cigarette and told Smith, "I told you messing with me would make you go viral." "There's the lady of the hour," Williams said at first, according to Sellers. That was when Sellers stepped in, telling Williams, "Bro, you need to find something else to do." He said, "You find something to do, I'll fight you. I'll fight your bigger ***. Williams, he said. Sellers, who is 370 pounds and 6'2", far bigger than Williams, started going toward Williams, and Williams quickly bolted toward the Food Depot. Sellers got around Williams's bodyguard and began chasing the fleeing comedian. The bodyguard caught up to Sellers and they began tussling, Sellers said. That's when Sellers said his gun fell out of his waistband and dropped to the ground. Williams saw that and kept running into the supermarket. Sellers said he quickly picked the gun back up and resumed the chase.
They tried to kill me this same weekend, not in jokes, with a real gun.
Sellers said he got to the register area inside the Food Depot and saw Williams had retreated into the aisles. With customers staring at them, Sellers decided to back off. "I wasn't trying to cause a commotion," Sellers said. "I proceeded to walk past the bodyguard. I apologized. Nothing personal against you. He doesn't pay you enough to do this job." I could tell from his expression and demeanor he didn't want no part of what Katt was doing.
Them headphones and that wig.
And make sure.
That wig and that headphones
and
come together.
Old ass clothes.
Sellers never got the bodyguard's name. He said he has carried a gun with him for 10 years and sometimes forgets he even has it. He did not have his gun in a holster that night. Sellers wanted to make things clear that Williams instigated the situation, not him. "This situation made me look like the weakest, lamest person in the world," Sellers said. "It made me look like I got mad because my wife got roasted by Katt Williams on the air. It had nothing to do with what was on the air." That's what comedians do. When he came to the club, he targeted my wife. As a man, I'm not built like that. I couldn't possibly let that happen. I have to protect my wife. I wasn't looking for conflict. I just wanted him to keep it moving. He chose to do different. Sellers, who has been married to Smith for 9 years, believes Williams created drama to help generate headlines to promote his tour and Netflix special. Though there was no video of the tussle between Sellers and the bodyguard outside the club, the Food Depot video indicated no gun in sight. We can all agree that Smith very much lost that battle, and she would have learned a bitter lesson of staying off Katt Williams' bad side forever. But is that possible? Let us know what you think of that in the comments section.